Hello and welcome back to another video, and today I have another amazing Cyber Dragon deck profile, Cyber Dragon Trap deck profile post, of course, Lightning Overdrive, the brand new set coming out in about like 2 weeks or something. It's very, very soon, just around the corner, and some of the new cards over there, the Amazement archetype, in my opinion, gives this deck a pretty great boost. So this is my complete invention. Obviously, Yassine is the original creator of Cyber Dragon Traps. Go subscribe to him, by the way. He's a great guy, but this is my take on it now. It's Amazement Cyber Dragon Traps, and it has some very specific synergy, and I much prefer this over running like stuff like the Dogmaticas and stuff like that, and I will explain a bit why. But this is a very spicy deck list, and without further ado, smash the like button, comment down below what you guys think of my take on the deck, and of course, let's get right into the video. So first off, you're running the one Cyber Dragon, so you don't want to be running more than one Cyber Dragon, because 3 of you will brick on it, and it's just not a very good card. Having one is more than enough, especially with not running Machine Dupe, because Machine Dupe's a terrible brick. Basically, the whole point is that you're eliminating more bricks in your deck, so this list is like instantly more consistent than any Cyber Dragon OTK build ever created, which is like really cool. Triple Cyber Dragon Core. If you can resolve Core, you usually do win, because you can add like cards that just gain you a lot of advantage and OTK with it pretty easily. You have a lot of targets in the deck for Core, and Core is just a great card. Not to mention the graveyard effect comes up quite a bit, where you just banish it, summon anything from your deck. It's kind of broken. We have Triple Cyber Dragon Hers. Hers is a really good card for Recursion, and also with Rampage, just a great way to get Core into your hand when you shouldn't have Core in your hand. Yeah. Hers is a great card. I do like having this card at 3. One Cyber Dragon Veer. So Veer is used to chain block your core. This is pretty self-explanatory. One Cyber Dragon Nasher. You don't want to run more than one, because this card is not that good. It's good enough to run one of, but you know, you're not running more than one, because keep in mind, this isn't like an OTK deck or anything. Not to mention, don't get me wrong, this deck OTKs like a lot, but like having more than one Nasher, even the OTK, is just kind of useless in my opinion. Before I get into the next cards, I just want to say you will notice I'm not running Cyber Dragon Dry, which is kind of a staple in Cyber Dragon Trap deck. So I decided not to run Dry, because I am running the Amazement Comica. Of course, Dry is a good card too. It's just a bit slow for this take on the deck, but in general, Dry is a great card. So if you're not running the Amazement stuff, definitely run Dry. That card's amazing. One Juzakura, the Star Destroying Kaiju. Obviously, you're running Repair Plant, so you can search this card for free, and it's a great out to cards like Dragoon and stuff like that, which, yeah, it's just a pretty good generic card. Now we're getting into some of the more spicy stuff. We have the one Amazement Administrator, Arlecchino, I think? Arlecchino, yeah, that's the name, Arlecchino. Basically, Arlecchino is completely generic, with the fact that it can summon itself from your hand when you activate any trap, which is very cool. And when your opponent normal special summons a monster, it equips from your deck in a maze, not in a maze, I think attraction trap from your deck to that monster, which is very good. So not only is it just a completely free body, which is 2622, which is really big, by the way. It's a dark, level 8, so you can overlay with Fortress if you run like Ding or something, but it gets you access to Horror House and obviously Rapid Racing, which are 2 very powerful cards, and I will explain that a bit later why. But this card is basically the Fleur-de-Lis of the deck. If you look at it like that, I think this is a very good example for this card. Fleur-de-Lis, great card, and so is this. One Amazement Attendant Comica. Now, Comica is kind of the reason of why this deck works. If you guys didn't realize, it's a light machine. I didn't know why it's a light machine, but you know, it's a light machine. Meaning that you can search it off of your Repair Plant. Now, why this is better is that you can also, this is a bit better in my opinion than Ecclesia, because it sets the traps from the deck, so it can't get ashed first of all. And also it has a second effect where it can equip a trap, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, this card is really strong, and it actually coordinates with Seeger. You can make Seeger with it, and another Cyber Dragon monster, because it is a light machine. You can make Anaconda with this card. It's just a really good card, and yeah, it just can't be ashed. It can still be Gamma, which kind of sucks, but not a lot of people running Gamma right now. So this card, it's weird, but in testing, it proved to be really good in this deck. So you can run 2. I just don't think it's necessary, but this card is pretty great. Triple Cyber Emergency. I don't think I need to explain this. Just add your core and you win. One Cyber Repair Plant. In this deck, Cyber Repair Plant, I can't speak today. Cyber Repair Plant is so important because it gets you access to your Amazement Attendant Comica. So Repair Plant is one of the best cards in the deck right now. You need to be running the Repair Plant. If you're not running the Amazement package, you can also technically cut the Jizakuru and cut Repair Plant all together and run like a Pankratops and stuff as well. I'm not running Pankratops, by the way, because I have this package and I don't think Pankratops works the best with it. But yeah, no, Pankratops is a good card, of course, you can run it. But Repair Plant is a great card in this list because it just searches you your Comica. We have the one Cyberlord Fusion, another search target off of core. This card is great as a quick play, and not to mention, it comes up with Anaconda after you overflowed or already overload or something, and you couldn't OTK or something. Then you have Cyberload, which is really, really great. I do really like this card. One Overload Fusion, the best fusion spell in the entire deck. It's absolutely insane because it just banishes from field or grave, and this card with Anaconda is the bread and butter. It's insane. I love this card, and I do think that if you're not running this, you're not playing Cyber Dragons. It just doesn't, it's not the same thing. We have double amazing time tickets. So you can run 3 of this card because this card is absolutely insane. I just opted for 2 because we have the Repair Plan to search it. But yeah, no, this card is absolutely nuts and definitely a very, very viable 3 of. So basically what it does is that you can pay 800, feel great, obviously pay it, feel great, and you can add an Amazement card from your deck to your hand if you activate it in your turn, but it is also a quick play spell, so if you activate it in your opponent's turn, you actually get to set an attraction trap from your deck directly to your spell and trap zone, and then you can activate it that same turn. So it basically acts as a trap trick for the Amazement cards, and it doesn't lock you from other traps, which is really, really cool. I really like this card, and I think it's kind of broken. So if you even open 2, you can activate 1 in your turn, and then just set the other, and like, it's not even dead, even though it's only activate once per turn. It's not dead, because you can just set 1, activate 1, and then just use both effects. So drawing both is not bad at all. It's even good. I would want to draw both. This card is really, really insane, and it's one of the reasons why this deck works so well. Triple Cybernetic Overflow. Non-targeting, no cost on removal. This card is insane, can be searched off of core. I explained this card a lot in the past. I don't think I need to get into it right now that much. Triple Solemn Strike. SpartaKing, just anything is just insane. It's definitely the best out of all the Psalms. Judgment is a step under. Strike is just so much better because it negates monster effects, which Judgment can't. Strike is great. Triple Compulsory Evacuation Device, heavily underrated card. Just bounce anything, easy out to window, stuff like that. This card's great, and I really wish people would have paid more attention to this. Triple Paleozoic Dynamiscus. Dynamiscus is one of the most broken cards in the deck, also because it can fuel your graveyard with cards like hers and stuff, and then make your Repair Plant live, so then you can like search whatever you need, and then you can even search your Comica. So yeah, Dynamiscus even as a body from the graveyard as a trap monster is just insane. I love this card. Double Crackdown. We are not running 3 purely because I want to keep the 40 card deck. If you are fine with playing 41, run the 3rd Crackdown. It's more than okay, but this card is great. You time it right, your opponent's turn is over. Double Trap Trick. Now, Trap Trick is a really, really good card in this deck because not only do you have all of the standard Trap Trick targets like Overflow, Compulse, Dynamiscus, like all of that stuff, but you actually have access to these cards as well. Amaze Attraction, Horror House, and Amaze Attraction Rapid Racing. These 2 cards are brand new also from Lightning Overdrive, and I'll be explaining what they do right now, actually. So both of these cards, all of the amazing trap cards, have an effect if they're equipped to your monster, which is an Amazement monster, or if they're equipped to an opponent's monster in general. They are generic, so yeah, they're really good, and let me explain what they do. First of all, double Horror House. Horror House is the best one by far. The effect that if you target an Amazement monster you control is that as a quick effect, you can just target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of the turn, which is very good because it's not just a negate, it's just a continuous negate, so their effects are just dead for the rest of the turn. But Horror House is a very, very powerful card because of that negation, but that's not even why you're running it. You're running it because basically if it's equipped to an opponent's monster, then once per turn, you can change the equipped monster to face down defense position. This is a searchable Book of Moon that can be activated the same turn it's set if you set it off of cards like Time Ticket or Trap Trick. It's searchable off of your Comica, and this card is just overall really, really well rounded out. Not to mention, by the way, I love the artworks on the Amazement cards. I just think they look awesome. But yeah, Amaze Attraction Horror House is a very, very, very good card. This should not be slept on. This is a trap card, Book of Moon, that is searchable, and it lets your opponent normal summons Alistair. On summon of Alistair, just activate Horror House effect, book their Alistair, and guess what? They can't go into Artemis. Yeah, that's basically it. They can't go into Artemis. It's pretty cool. And this inherently outs cards like, I don't know, just big towers that you just can't out. This card is just really, really good. Now we have the other best Amaze attraction card. All the other trap cards kind of suck, I'm not gonna lie, which is kind of sad because I really liked the carousel one, like the artwork on it, but yeah, you know, it's not the best. This one is an FA themed rapid racing. So this card basically also has two effects. If it's equipped to your monster, you can target a monster in your opponent's graveyard and change the equipped monster's battle position, and then you shuffle the target into your deck. So your monster, it just changes it to like defense position, then you shuffle a card from your opponent's graveyard into the deck, which is pretty cool. You can shuffle back their Golden Lord, which is pretty nice, but this is not why you're running it. It's because of a unique interaction with the second effect. Basically, the second effect says your opponent increases so if it's equipped to your opponent's monster, it increases the level by 1 and then changes its battle position. So the battle position I don't care about, but the fact that it changes their level by 1 is actually good in a really weird techie way. Now if you think about it, all the Xyz decks, they instantly lose to this card because now they can't overlay. They can't make Cherubini, for example, if it's PK, because it will be a level 4 their PK. This card also against Synchro decks, it completely messes up their, like, just not summoning, their level ratios, so they can't synchro into the monsters they want. Let's say it's against Dragon Link, it screws them over with cards that require level 4 or lower monsters for the Link summon, because it will just make their monster level 5. This card oddly defeats like a lot of cards in the meta, which is really cool, and I do think that this is such a unique interaction of a card. Like, I really like this, and I really think it's a really spicy card, and I do think that this card is great, and 2 and 2 are perfect with Trap Trick, and I do think it's the perfect ratio. All the other ones, don't even bother, they suck. Onto the extra deck, we have triple Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon, Mega Fleet back at 3 because you have like 2 flex spots in the extra deck. You're not running punishments and stuff like that, you might as well have 3 Mega Fleets. Mega Fleet is a nice card, and it does come up quite a bit. 1 Fortress. You can bump this up to 2 if you want. I don't think it's necessary if you can manage your resources. Fortress is a great card, especially with the Jizukiru. Double Chimera Tech Rampy Dragon. 2 of this card is mandatory. I don't care what anyone says. 1 is just wrong. You need 2 of this card for the grind game, for the resources, and even if you just want to make 2 in the same turn, because you can do that. This card is just insane. I really love this card. And then here it's spell and trap removal. Easy way to get access to core by sending hers in core. It's just a great card. 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity along with 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. Yeah, these cards are pretty good. The thing is, you don't make them that often. Like, you can make it with a Rampage and a Dragon and stuff. That's why you're only running 1 and 1, even though TK I recommend running 1 and 1 if you can manage your resources. But yeah, when they do come up, they're really good. So drawing this deck that's what it does. It just makes your Nova Infinity. But I just don't think with this amazing trap lineup that you really need this, because this trap lineup is just a huge boost to the deck in my opinion. 1 Relinquished Anima. This card's insane. People always play into it because they don't think about zoning, which you guys should always do. Never put stuff under the extra monster zones because you're playing right into Anima when you really don't have to. Salamander Great Alamirage makes your core live because you can just link off the core, add repair plant, add whatever you need. Great card. 1 Linkuriboh. I know this is completely unnecessary. This is just my personal flex spot, the other flex spot. You guys don't need to run this. Completely cut this if you want anything else. You don't need this at all. I just really like running this card because I feel like it can come up if like I kind of brick and stuff. It's a nice card, and there's a nice little loop with hers that you can do this card, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you don't need this card whatsoever. You can cut it if you want. I just kind of like it in the deck. 1 Seeger. Seeger is better than ever because this is a light machine that you can make with it, and it's just a great card that many decks can't just out inherently. If you bait out your opponent's Dragoon again and are able to make this card inherent out to Dragoon. But now the card that's really got me excited. We have 1 Line of the Light Charmer Shining. Brand new, coming out in Lightning Overdrive once again. This is just the light charmers, so all of the types except like dark, and dark should be getting one soon, I'm guessing, have a charmer now, and this charmer is just stupid. It summons a light monster from your opponent's graveyard to zone it points to. I was playing in this fun like Cyber Dragon matchup in a mirror match, and my opponent makes Infinity, right? And they pass, and they don't know I'm playing Cyber Dragon, so I made Mega Fleet, and then I normal summoned Core. I searched, actually, did I make Core? No, I didn't normal summon Core, my bad. I normal summoned them Comica, I searched the thing, and then I linked them both off for this card, and then used this card's effect to grab his Nova, and then I made Infinity over his Nova in the graveyard and attached his other card. It's just really good. That's not why you're running out, obviously, just like even stealing your opponent's Eldlick, anything. There's just so many like just generic light monsters that people are running. Not to mention the effect of if it's destroyed by opponent's card effect or by battle, you can just add a light monster with 1500 or less defense from your deck to your hand. And guess what's a light monster with 1500 or less defense? Yeah, it's Cyber Dragon Core with 1500 on the dot. These two cards are made for each other, and they're absolutely insane. I'm so excited for the release of this card. This is such a massive boost for Cyber Dragon. One Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Sorry that it's saying when I put it on the OCG ban list, so let me put these in. But yeah, Anaconda's a really broken card. It's just stupid. And if you're not running this, you will lose significantly more games than like if you are running this. I think that any Cyber Dragon deck, this is mandatory for Cyber Dragon, because this is your win condition. Anaconda is your win condition. One Puzzle Amino, the drop and deleter. Shout out to Yassine for this card. This card is just hilarious. And when it comes up, man, does it come up. It's really funny. It's basically like a level modulation card, but it can also pop cards, which is pretty cool. It's a common from Dark Neostorm. It's really funny, but this card is really great. There's a combo with it. And yeah, that's basically it for the deck profile. This was Amazement Trap Cyber Dragon, Amazement Purple Sidra. This is my creation with Amazement. I don't think at least anybody else has done this. I just think it works really well, and I really like this deck, and testing it just proved to be absolutely superb. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, comment down below what you guys think of the deck. Of course, join my Discord server completely free. Subscribe also completely free, and it helps me out a ton. Of course, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright guys.